unless we accept the diversity and then seek strength in the unity, we cannot move forward. Now the problem of integration, which is a very ambitious project, I must say, is that the ultimate vehicle to bring about integrity is the modern state. Now, without looking at the nature, function, and the duties or the responsibilities of the modern state, we cannot actually understand or conceive or come up with any solution with regard to the efforts to bring about integration among diverse, I'm not saying conflicting. Now, if you look at the history of the modern state, from the Treaty of Westphalia, 1648, the modern state has developed in fits and starts and stages. The European journey is totally different. Europe has passed through age of Renaissance, then Enlightenment, then what you call age of reason, and then industrial society, and then followed by the modern welfare nation state, but which actually is not a nation state as such, because there are still, in Europe you will find so many countries that are not really homogeneous. So I see, as Hegel used to say, that history is march of reason. So in Europe we see the march of reason from one state to another. It is not that they have not had horrible wars, but somehow or other they kept the nation building or nation state building process going on. And ultimately I think by the late 19th century in Europe, when the Italian unification and the German reunification took place, 1867 and 1871, Europe had already achieved a milestone. Now they could claim that they had, at least Germans, Italians, French, the Dutch, and even the British had achieved some level of modern state building. Their structure of the state was at least not lacking in the requisite composites, the representative government, especially the restriction of the king's power. Though in Germany and Italy it came a little later, but especially in Britain. So we see a succession of events taking place, and then the process of integration is continuing. And by the time the Europe had seen the last war, which they claimed was hopefully the last global war, world war, after the end of Second World War, they had come to realize that, well, neither religion nor artificially removing the diversity, nor suppressing religion, sects, languages, or for that matter even the rights of LGBT, which came later, but this realization was coming along. They learned the lesson from history that you can't bring about integration through war, through suppressions, through using the state apparatuses against the people. And the concept of modern welfare, representative, responsible state emerged. Though it is not perfect yet, but during the last 70 years, Europe has not seen any major war, except for the Balkans, which were a different phenomenon. They have evolved the state in such a way as to resolve the conflicts at least help resolve the conflicts through constitutional, societal, economic, policy initiatives. They are trying to somehow address to the complexities of the diversities of the conflicts. On the contrary, the state that we are living in either doesn't have the will or the capacity to resolve conflicts, or I would say, on the contrary, it is actually enhancing, it is actually feeding. Because if you look at the constitutional journey during the last 70 years that we have had, you will see at no point of time the state was objectively, actively involved in the resolution. State was playing its role more like a catalyst. It's trying to ignite, aggravate, and ultimately bring itself to a point where it had to use so-called legitimately draconian laws and oppressive instruments. We saw that during the 50s in dealing with this Ahmadi question. We saw later on during the dictatorial regime during Ziaullah, and even before that in 1970, when they refused to even accept the majoritarian principle on which the democracy is based. They let go half the country, but they won't change. And even now you see, what are we crying for? What are we fighting for? What are we struggling for? We just want a basic norm of democracy to prevail. Now you see, when I say democracy, I mean a certain level of predictability or certainty to the institutions to play their role as is envisaged in terms of the constitution. Now, if I have to go to the court to resolve a civil dispute, it takes decades. If I have to go against the state or certain instrument of state, I put myself into a land of unknown, whether I'll be able to actually get somebody out of the illegal confinement, I'll help somebody recover his member of the family by filing a writ of habeas corpus. Because now the situation has become so intractable, so difficult, that you can't even predict that if I go to a certain state institution, I can expect any relief from that.